truth is, this world can be really confusing and full of a lot of noise. It can get distracting and hard to hear clearly. So sometimes we stray from our true path of who we really are a little bit. Sometimes we get confused, walk a little bit off course. Sometimes we trip and we fall, and sometimes we do things that we know aren't good for us because we're human. This is a tough world. This world is full of a lot of amazing opportunities to love and expand love and grow into who we really are. But it's still a tough place to be. So I just wanted to send you this short message today that I can't claim to know what you may or may not be going through, but it's not falling that defines us, because we're all going to fall. No matter how righteous, no matter how evolved we become in our path and our journey in this life, no matter how much we start really coming into contact with who we are, we fall still. So if you fell recently, I want you to know something, not to sadden you, but to help you. You're going to fall in the future too, It's just the way it goes. We fall, but that's not what makes us who we are. God isn't screaming at us and condemning us and telling us how stupid we are when we fall and we trip. God is encouraging us to get back up, to strive to do better next time. And every time we make a mistake, makes us that much wiser. That next time, around that next corner of our lives path that we can't necessarily see yet. Well, if we really pay attention, and we probably won't make that same mistake again. We're wise enough to it. We're wise enough to recognize and see certain things that sometimes trick us and deceive us into tripping and falling and walking off course. And we see it for what it is, a lie. But I want you to know that right now, if you're on the ground because you've fallen, or if you're a little bit off course because you've had a rough few days, or whatever it is, anything like this, I want you to know that if you're on the ground, it's getting up that matters. Dust yourself off. It's not over. This is not the end. You haven't failed. You're just growing. You're just learning. You're just alive. And as long as you're breathing, as long as you're alive, there's going to be moments like this. There's going to be hills and there's going to be valleys. But we have a habit in our human nature that when we're in the valley, we just feel really sorry for ourselves and we get really upset, and we don't like the valley. We want to be back on the mountaintop. But the valley is part of the mountain. The mountain is part of the valley, and it's life, and we're living it. And I just wanted you to know that you're going to be okay. And I just wanted you to know that it's okay. It's not walking off your path because you were confused and made a mistake that's going to be written on your gravestone. It's going to be that he, she recognized that they were off course and they walked back. They came back to their true path. It's not the mistakes that are going to define us. It's who we are in these moments. Are we going to stand up? Are we going to learn our lesson? Are we going to brush ourselves off, and are we going to get back on track? Not all of us do. There's a lot of people who start walking off course, and their entire life, they just can't stop walking off the true path of who they really are, who God sent them here to be. Whatever you want to call it personally is okay with me. But I look at it as who God calls for me to be in my life, who I really am, my true self, my most authentic expression. And you know what? You want to know a secret? I am not him yet. I'm not. I'm still learning and I'm still growing. And I don't know if that's ever going to stop. But there is a spirit in you. There is a spirit in your life. God's Spirit, the Holy Spirit, is here with us. And it convicts us and it guides us. It convicts us of the truth. It leads us forwards. It helps you to know in each moment, discerning whether what you're about to do is good for you and is true for you or not. But sometimes we ignore that part of us that knows, hey, this is a mistake. Hey, this isn't the right way to go about things. Sometimes we ignore it. Sometimes, the Spirit of God that dwells in our lives tells us, hey, don't do that right now. And we just compulsively do it anyways. Hey, being human is kind of a messy ordeal. It's tough. But keep going. And that's the main thing that I wanted to share with you today in this brief message. Keep going. It's not over. Falling isn't what makes you who you are. The real question is, are you going to get back up? And I think that you are. Peace and blessings to you in your life. Hope to see you in the next video. Much love. See you there.